And stunned Indiana, the Illini welcomed back Kendall Gill on senior against Iowa and won their remaining 2 regular season games to finish at 27-4. Playing in Indianapolis as the #1 seed in the Midwest, the Illini beat McNeese State in the first round and followed that up with a second-round victory against Ball State. Just 2 games away from the Final Four in Seattle, the Illini headed to Minneapolis for a regional that no one would ever forget. With only a few minutes remaining in their first practice in the Dome, the Illini got a real scare.
We was almost done. We were finishing up, and I had went down a couple times, and I was coming back. And as I had finished coming back, I was walking off to get back in the line, and there was a drip coming down from the ceiling that had landed right behind the basket. And as I walked through, I slipped on it and hit the inside of my knee.
With Kenny Battle at less than full strength, the Illini looked doomed when Lowell Hamilton went down with a badly sprained ankle early in the Louisville game.
So they're at full strength. We lose our starting front court. What do we do? Irvin Small comes off the bench, Marcus Liberty comes in, and it was just the characteristic of that team. You know, we just weren't going to be denied. We had a goal. Those guys went down. We just rallied around each other.
I have never had a team display the courage that they showed in that ball game. With our adversity, there is no way we should have won that game. But during a timeout, I could see how fired up they were and what it meant to them. I thought we could win it, but under those conditions, I never dreamed we could beat a team that good. It was one of the great victories that I've ever been associated with, simply because of the emotion that was put into that ball game.
The Illini were now only 1 win away from the Final Four, and standing in their way was an extremely talented team.
Sherman Douglas, Stevie Thompson, Derek Coleman, Billy Owens. We knew Syracuse was a great team, but we knew that we were destined. We knew that we had beat everybody in our way.
After a back-and-forth first 6 minutes of play, the Orangemen jumped on the Illini, running all over them in a 14-0 run to increase their lead to 25-13. But the Illini fought back with their own mini run, and once again it was a jaw-dropping move from Kenny Battle that sparked the Illini and their fans.
Oh my gosh. Comes through, jumps up, bakes some cookies, does some income taxes, then all the way down, he just, all right, let me just throw it up with some English off the glass.
If Battle's move provided the spark, it was Nick Anderson's play that propelled the Illini to Seattle.
I think that game right there for Nick kind of summed everything up for him, and he was just going to leave it on the court, and he just had a tremendous game. And, I just remember him time and time again. He's in the trees, and he comes out with the rock every single time.
That was Nick's moment. Kenny was banged up. Lowell wasn't 100%. And, we had a tough game against Louisville a couple nights before, and Nick just dominated. He just dominated.
It was only fitting for the Illini to have Kendall Gill provide the icing on the cake.
I knew Kenny still, even though he was moving around, he still wasn't himself, because normally Kenny would have dunked that basketball. So I knew that he was going to try to possibly lay it up, but I knew he was still hurting, so it was a great possibility that he may miss it. So I ran down behind him because I knew exactly what was going to happen, and the exact thing that I thought was the exact thing that happened. So I was already 2 steps ahead of everybody else in knowing where that ball was going to fall. I jumped up, the ball was right, perfect, and boom.
After a tense final few seconds, the Flying Illini finally realized their dream.
13 seconds. Thompson at the top of the circle for 3. A left-hander on the way. Short. Rebound tipped. It goes to the corner. Gill has it. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Deep pass for Battle. Kenny drives the lane. Lays it up and lays it over. Illinois wins. Illinois wins. Illinois wins. Final Four. Final Four. Final Four. Final Four. 89-86. The Illini were 3rd in the NCAA tournament in 1949, again in 1951, and again in 1952, and this is the first time since then back in the Final Four.